Nazca lines. Located in the arid Peruvian coastal plain, some 400 kilometers south of Lima, the geoglyphs of Nazca and the Pampas of Jumana cover about 450 square kilometers. These lines, which were scratched on the surface of the ground between 500 BC and Andes the Crystal 500, are among archaeology's greatest enigmas because of their quantity, nature, size and continuity. The geoglyphs depict living creatures, stylized plants and imaginary beings, as well as geometric figures several kilometers long. They are believed to have had ritual astronomical functions. Located in the arid Peruvian coastal plain, some 400 kilometers south of Lima, the lines and geoglyphs of Nazca and Pampas de Jumana are one of the most impressive-looking archaeological areas in the world and an extraordinary example of the traditional and millenary magical religious world of the ancient pre-Hispanic societies which flourished on the Peruvian south coast between the 8th century BC and the 8th century AD. They are located in the desert plains of the basin river of Rio Grande de Nasca. The archaeological site covers an area of approximately 75,358.47 ha, where for nearly 2,000 uninterrupted years, the region's ancient inhabitants drew on the arid ground a great variety of thousands of large-scale zoomorphic and anthropomorphic figures and lines or sweeps with outstanding geometric precision, transforming the vast land into a highly symbolic, ritual and social-cultural landscape that remains until today. They represent a remarkable manifestation of a common religion and social homogeneity that lasted a considerable period of time. They are the most outstanding group of geoglyphs anywhere in the world and are unmatched in its extent, magnitude, quantity, size, diversity and ancient tradition to any similar work in the world. The concentration and juxtaposition of the lines, as well as their cultural continuity, demonstrate that this was an important and long-lasting activity, lasting approximately 1,000 years. Intensive study of the geoglyphs and comparison with other manifestations of contemporary art forms suggests that they can be divided chronologically from the Middle and Late Formative, 500 BC, 200 AD, to the Regional Development Period, 200 to 500 AD, highlighting the Paracas phase, 400 to 200 BC, and the Nazca phase, 200 BC, 500 AD. There are two categories of glyphs. The first group is representational, depicting in schematic form a variety of natural forms including animals, birds, insects, and other living creatures and flowers, plants, and trees, deformed or fantastic figures and objects of everyday life. There are very few anthropomorphic figures. The second group comprises the lines, which are generally straight lines that crisscross certain parts of the Pampas in all directions. Some are several kilometers in length and form designs of many different geometrical figures, triangles, spirals, rectangles, wavy lines, etc. Others radiate from a central promontory or encircle it. Yet another group consists of so-called tracks, which appear to have been laid out to accommodate large numbers of people. The authenticity of the lines and geoglyphs of Nazca and Pampas de Jumana is indisputable. The method of their formation, by removing the overlying weathered gravels to reveal the lighter bedrock, is such that the authenticity is assured. The creation, design, morphology, size and variety of the geoglyphs and lines correspond to the original designs produced during the historic evolution of the regions and have remained unchanged. The ideology, symbolism and sacred and ritual character of the geoglyphs and the landscape are clearly represented, and their significance remains intact even today. The concentration and overlapping of lines and figures provide a clear evidence of long and intense activity in the territory, reflecting the millenary magical religious tradition of this activity by pre-Hispanic societies and the historic continuity in Nazca's Rio Grande River basin. The property also shows different social process stages. Several historic sources and researches confirm the property's originality and its original landscape surroundings still preserved in pristine condition and unaltered. Even though there have been some impacts caused by natural and human factors, these have been minimal and the geoglyphs maintain their authenticity and express their high symbolic and historic value even today.